So, hey, I'm back for another video on complete and total random, but I realized something. I may have lied when I said I was gonna put up that video about put up a story time video, and I got delayed on it for no reason. I don't know why. Because it's not like I really need much prep time. It's just literally me reciting what happened, but okay. So, some of you may be confused about the title, skoll/hati. Now there's these two Norse mythology characters, and that's all you really need to know. And then you also need to know my friend really likes these two characters as they go together. They're like this. I don't know. They're like if I probably should have searched it up before the video to remember, but meh. Sometimes I forget. Okay then. So much for remembering that part, because that's kind of part of what delayed me. But yeah, so this character, they really liked it. So they made a character named Skoll. They were the amnesiac I talked about who they don't know their past, blah blah blah. Well, in one of our sessions, and sometimes we'll do it over like Skype or whatever, they just came and they're like, well, let's see, they just came and they're like, yeah, they came up to me and they're like, hey, is there a way I could be hati for a day? Because they were Skoll, their name was Skoll, they were a tiefling, they were this male tiefling. So she went in a mini session on her own and got a suit, and then she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do butler work. And then she went into some butler and waiter work. So that's not important. But as we were doing this, we kind of just were like, I kind of just joke. She kind of just jokingly said, "Hey, could you imagine if I just showed up as hati, or hati just showed up?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can." And then all of a sudden, we started to see me this plan. So we realized that in a couple, because our friend would come on in a little bit and I'd be GMing, so she's like, hey, is there some way we can trick our friend Jessica, she said. So I'm sitting there thinking about it, thinking hard. I'm like, how about you just text me what you want your character to do. So I decided to leave my phone on while we were on Skype. And then she got all of the messages and stuff while we were going through this. So she'd get all the voice and stuff, and then she just messaged me in a different Skype chat what she wanted her character to do and react. So she heard everything, blah blah blah. And we managed to trick our friend Jessica into believing this was just some random NPC character. And then they start going through their own paces, going through their mission. They're trying to find out about Jessica's past. They're going to a temple, and at that temple, they they get into a fight with these Dragonborns. Now these Dragonborns wanted to get into this temple that they couldn't get into, and they figured out that Jessica's character was the key to this old ancient elf temple. And then this would lead to a bunch of her backstory, but first, Jessica needed to figure out a way to basically escape the clutches of their enemies. Now she's getting annoyed with the butler, hati, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, I bring Jackie into the call, so Skoll into the call. She's like, hey, yeah, I'm going to use. I think she said, I'm going to pull out my swords and stab this guy. So Jessica's like, wait, what? Without even realizing it, just thinking for some reason that this was just how it was going on. She's like, okay, I went along with it, and I was like, okay, hati stabs, blah blah blah. So near the end of the battle, so like two or three turns in, because it was just a quick, no problem battle for them at the time. She stops talking. Thinks for a second and is like, wait, is Skoll hati? You know, we were already went through this. Should have noticed like 5-10 minutes ago, but no. So she sits there, just pondering even more, waiting and waiting for us to answer. And we're just laughing. We just can't stop laughing. Because we left so many hints. We were like hinting at it, and I was like, as much as we possibly could without just telling her. So that was probably one of my favorite sessions. I say this a lot. One of my favorite sessions, but I guess I have had a lot of sessions of D&D. But probably one of the crazier ones, at least. And then of course I gave Jackie an inspiration die because she managed to trick Jessica, which wasn't really hard, because Jessica literally is the one who's like, oh, in this dark room, there's this random vat, like little vat, on this little pedestal stick. So she goes and lights her hand on fire and shoves it in, and it explodes and rips off her arm. That's how Jessica works. Though she's great at times, she also has her just these moments where nothing clicks, nothing just works. Which is probably the coolest thing about her, is just when that happens, because it's hilarious, and we always sit there and laugh about it, and we'll always bring it up in conversations with each other. But yeah, one of the weirdest ways of introducing like a split personality or whatever there could be. Yeah, that's the video, I guess. See ya. Please like and subscribe. Blah 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 blah.